Today's lesson is titled Comparing Fractions by Converting to Decimal Numbers. Example number 1. 3/5 is greater than, less than, or equal to 5/8. We're going to take each one of these fractions and convert them into a decimal number. The first one we'll deal with is 3/5. 3 divided by 5. We put 3 in the house, 5 on the outside, throw on a 0 or 2. 5 goes into 3 0 times. 5 goes into 30 6 times. And that's our final answer here, 6/10. And on the right side we have 5 divided by 8. 8 goes into 5 0 times. 8 goes into 50 6 times. Bring down a 0. Bring down another 0. Now we can compare, and we can see that 5/8 is greater than 3/5. We'll put our signs in both locations, and it's important that the sign shows up in the original problem. Example number 2. 3/4 is greater than, less than, or equal to 7/10. We can see in this case that the right hand side is done for us, so we're just going to leave that alone. So we're going to convert 3/4 into a decimal number. So we have 3 divided by 4. So now we have 0 and 75/100 is greater than 7/10, and we put our sign in our original problem. That should say example 2, by the way. On to practice. There are 6 practice problems. Tackle them one at a time, and after you finish each problem, check to see if your work is correct. Here's letter A. 3/20 is greater than, less than, or equal to 1/8. Pause the video and come back and see how you did. So on the left-hand side here, you can see that I put 3 in the house, and I divided that by 20, and I put my decimal point on and some zeros, and my final answer was 15/100. And on the right side here, I put 1 in the house and 8 on the outside, and when I was all done dividing, I had 0 and 125 thousandths as my final answer there. So now when I come down, I have my comparison here in the middle, and I can see that 0 and 15/100 is greater than 0 and 125 thousandths. So I put my sign back in my original problem. Example B. Again, pause the video, come back and see how you did. Alright, so I've taken a moment to work these problems out for you. On the left-hand side, our final answer is 0 and 375 thousandths. Change right there. And on the right-hand side, we have 0 and 4/10. So we can go ahead and make our quick comparison. And it's easy to see, in this case, that 3/8 is less than 2/5. And one of the things you're going to notice, especially in this problem, the math ends up repeating itself over and over, and you see problems that are very similar to one another. So it does get quicker as you practice more. Letter C, pause the video, solve it, and come on back. So although at first glance you might have looked at 15/25 and thought, boy, that's going to be tough, but in fact it ended up working out to be a pretty easy problem. So we had to tack on our 0, and our final answer here was 6/10. And the right-hand side was even easier, coming up with an answer of 6/10. And in this case, we can see that 15/25 is equal to 3/5. Letter D. Pause the video, come on back. Boy, they seem to be getting easier and easier. So the left-hand side is already done for us, so we can just bring down 7/10. And on the right-hand side, we need to convert the fraction 4/5 into a decimal number like so. So the sign that goes in the box, 7/10, is less than 4/5. Practice letter E. Pause the video, come on back. So once again, one side of our balanced comparison here has a decimal number, so we simply bring that down. On the left-hand side, we do the computation, and we get 4/10 is less than 5/10, and fill in your symbol. And our last one, letter F. 3/8 is greater than, less than, or equal to 0 and 325 thousandths. Pause the video and come on back. And for your final problem, the 3/8 side, again, you're going to see a similar pattern occurring over and over. 7/5 tends to appear at the end a lot. 2/5 tends to appear at the end a lot. Either way, 3/8 is converted to a decimal number, and it's 0 and 375 thousandths, and the right-hand side has already been done for us, 0 and 325 thousandths. So it's easy to see that 0 and 375 thousandths is greater than 0 and 325 thousandths. Great job today. Give yourself a nice, crazy smiley face, and have a great day.